This is question 8. I'm sorry if I sound frustrated, but this is like my 5th time trying to do this video, and part C is still not giving me the correct answers. I'm not gonna reread the whole thing. Sorry. SX fixed cost produce the dough is 110,000. Variable cost is given in the problem as well. It says it's here is $33 per doll, so 33. Sales price, it says here is 41. And then it says the company produces surplus, so if they overproduce what they sell, right? If they produce more than what they sell, they're gonna sell it to a warehouse or a distribution center for $9 per doll. So it's gonna be $9 per doll. And the demand, with an average demand of 70,000, so it's gonna go there. It says here production quantity, right? So for my model, the last sentence it says here FTC has decided to produce 70,000 units. So we're gonna do 70,000. Now for the sales quantity, the professor said that is the lowest between the production and the demand. So we're gonna do the function minimum. So minimum of this one and this one right here. Okay. Revenue from sales is going to be whatever we sell, right? The quantity that we sell times what the sales price. So it's going to go there. Okay. The surplus. So the surplus is going to be the difference between the production quantity and the sales quantity. So it's going to be that. So any revenue from surplus will be whatever we sell out of surplus times the surplus price. Total revenue, so that's going to be here my revenue from the sales plus whatever we sell, revenue from the surplus, which we don't have any, but not here for the total cost. Let me look up the formula again. Total cost, I had the biggest problem here. So my total cost is going to be the sales quantity times, let me go parentheses because I like it better. I'm going to do the sales quantity times my variable cost, right? And then I'm going to add to that whatever surplus I have times what my variable costs as well, because it still takes me $33 to make that doll, right? And then I'm going to put parentheses here. I don't think you should, but again, I'm irritated. Plus fixed costs, because fixed cost is going to still stay the same. So I'm going to hit enter. And so my total net profit is going to be the revenue minus the cost, 450,000. I'm going to do part B last, just so if I have to redo this video, I don't have to do everything again. Let's read part C. It says using the model developed from part A. So we're going to use this model right here, right? It creates a simulation model to demand, to model demand as a normal random variable with a mean of 70,000. She gave it to us here. Let me put it a little bit bigger. Mean of 70,000 and a standard deviation of 14,000. She also gives it to us right here. And then simulate the sales of the doll using production quantity of 70,000. That's what they said to use this one right here, because it's asking us for the production, right, of 70,000. Okay, so here for the demand, we're going to use the norm inverted formula. We're going to use this probability. And then we're going to use this mean. I'm going to anchor it because I don't want it to move. And then the standard deviation, I'm going to anchor it as well. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to drag it down, double click, and so it should fill. For my net profit, I'm going to reference my net profit of part A. Why? Because it was a 70,000 production quantity, so it should be the same profit. And so now to do this two-way data table, the one-way data table, and here I spent all day long. Data, what if data table. So nothing for rows because we're trying to figure out the column. So the column we're going to reference to the demand in part A of the 70,000. And I hit OK. So this right here, so we're going to do the average net profit. So I'm going to hit average. Let's scroll down. I'm sorry. And I'm going to scroll down. Okay. My maximum profit. I think this is right. Oh my God. Maximum profit. So again, here. Then they're asking us for our minimum profit, right? Minimum of all of these, right? That we just calculated. And my standard deviation, anyways, is standard deviation sample of the same. So I want to know how far apart are these values. And let me go to answers and make sure part C. Oh my God. You wouldn't understand the frustration. Question A. So let's do part B. So in part B is a two-way data table calculating to compare the net profit, with different quantities. So if we produce this much and if we have this variable cost, then how much? What is going to be my net profit? They're also going to change the production quantity to 50,000 units, so 50,000, right? And then assuming the sales price is going to increase to 45, so I'm going to look here, sales price to $45, while the average demand and the other parameters will remain the same. I'm going to reference just so I don't make a mistake. Again, my variable cost, it's going to be $32. I forgot about that. So $32 of variable cost also changes. And then the surplus price is going to be the same. And it says my average demand is going to stay the same. The only difference is that now my production quantity changes to 50,000. So here, now the minimum formula, it does matter because now my production is, less than my demand. So same thing here, revenue from sales. So I'm going to do the sales quantity times my variable cost. I'm going to hit enter. My surplus is going to be production quantity minus the sales quantity, still no surplus. So the revenue from the surplus is this one right here, right? The surplus, whatever we sell, whatever quantity we have left times the amount of money that we sell it for. So my total revenue is going to be revenue from sales plus the revenue from the surplus. And let's do the total cost again. Let's see if we get it right. So the total cost, I'm not going to look at my notes. It's the sales quantity times variable cost plus the surplus times variable costs plus what? Fixed costs. Now for my net profit, I'm going to do total revenue minus the cost rate that takes us. Now let's look at the answers. There's something wrong in the answers. So it's 50,000 revenue from sales, obviously. Revenue from sales is the sales quantity times the sales price. So everything changed now. I think we're good. Yes, we're good. We're good. We just need the table. So for the two-way data table, we're always referencing back to the net profit. I'm going to go ahead and select the entire table. So we include these values, we include the row and then the column as well that is filled out. So we go to data, what if, data table, and we're going to put row, right? Who is in the row? So it'll be this part right here, the rows. So the row is going to be my variable cost. And I'm going to reference to this table right here. We're not referencing anything here. And then my column, who is in my column is going to be my demand, right? So if I make 40,000 units, if 50,000, 60,000, I'm going to hit OK. We're going to go to here, answers. I did something wrong. I think it's not. I think, let me look at my notes. It's the production quantity. I always make a mistake in that. So the row is still, the variable cost, but the column, instead of being the demand, is going to be the production quantity. That's what really kicked me out. Okay, so let's go to answers. And if you got this far with me, all of these questions, oh my God, this would be the most frustrating question. And I don't even think it's hard. It's just, for me, it's really confusing. Hopefully you understood. I think I got it now. Thank you for watching.